Okay, 2003 BMW 320A, I believe it is. So it's no crank, it's a no start, no crank. So I'm gonna check the starter motor first, then we're gonna test here the voltmeter connected to ground. Gonna check power. Okay, and then gonna check the positive side. The one is attached to the battery. The one should have a constant battery power. So I won't be able to show where is that located. However, I'm gonna be focused on the voltmeter. Where is it? It's a BMW. It's hard to reach. Hope you can even do it. Right here, crank it, holding in the crank position, you can see. Okay, release. Okay, so now we're gonna send it to the control side coming from the ignition switch. Okay. Okay. Crank it. Okay, crank it. Release. Okay, crank again. You can see the signal is there. Now we're gonna check the ground side of the starter. I'm gonna check on the starter, the voltage drop. Crank it. 360 millivolts. Good. Okay, so that one is all the signal, everything. We verified it to the starter. Now we're gonna check the engine is not seized, so I will turn the engine. If the engine turns, we're done. We need a starter. So right here on the crankshaft fully, yeah, we can see the engine is not seized, or AC compressor or something there. It is very difficult to reach, well, I would say not reach, well, reach too, but to show on the cameras where I was doing my testing. But basically what I was doing here is I was connected on one side of the voltmeter on ground side of the vehicle, and then I was checking my ground here for a voltage drop to see if we had a good ground on the vehicle. So that one is when it showed me 400 millivolts, I think, of voltage drop, while we were holding on the crank position the key. So you gotta be holding there all the time to be valid this test, otherwise current has to be flowing. Even if this one is not working, it was kind of seized, but that one was the way to make a valid test. And the second is I was checking right here where is a constant battery power all the time, the thick wire, same thing, holding on the crank position, check it here, we saw the voltage there. And then this is the signal control coming from the ignition switch. Basically this one is not, it has to go pass through some computer control, anti-theft, whatever, and then that one is processed and send out the signal here from the ignition switch when we're holding on the crank position. So then that one should be here, same thing, holding on the crank position, and then we had the voltage. At this point the only thing left over we had was to spin the motor by hand, turn it, the motor moves. So we're done. We need to start it because we have everything we need. The engine can turn easy, and powers and grounds, everything okay. So I wanted to show on the starter out of here because it was hard on the vehicle.